Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So let the show begin. My name is Thomas, and I would like to welcome every one of you on this wonderful event. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to see them in our chat section right next to the webinar window. And the more questions you have, the better our webinar will go, because I would like to make it a dialogue as much as possible. So feel free to ask any questions regarding trading, regarding markets, cryptos, well, pretty much anything that concerns investing. I will be very, very happy to answer all of them. So hello Ahmed, hello Alexis, hello Dawood. Sorry, I cannot really Raj. I think that is your name, Raj. Okay. So guys, yeah, hello and welcome. So today, since the topic of our webinar today is the market overview, it means that mostly I will be looking at the market in general. So I will not really open that many trades. I might open some trades in case I have a favorable situation. But all in all, this is a general overview of what's going on the markets. And well, first of all, if everyone is ready, and I hope you are ready already, so we can jump straight into the economic calendar, since the economic calendar is probably one of the most important things when it comes to trading, and especially when it comes to um, so market analysis for Forex, right? So we don't really use, or the economic calendar and all these news releases, they don't really play that significant role when it comes to FTT trading. So FTT trading is all about quick trades, like you open one trade, 1 minute trade, 2 minute trade, 5 minute trade. So it doesn't really matter which news we have coming up. Even if you, on a very rare occasion, you happen to to forget about some news release, it is not really crucial. It's not really, doesn't really have critical consequences to your deposit and to your trades in general. So maybe 1, 2 trades might suffer from this, but not like your overall deposit. At the same time, when you trade Forex, that is a very, very important thing, and that affects your trades a lot, because the more the chart travels in the desired direction, the more profit you make, and vice versa. The more it goes against you, the more money you potentially can lose, and you can get a even this margin call, the so-called margin call, when your position will automatically close, and well, basically this profit will go out of your deposit. Now, what happened to Asia Composite Index? All right, let us have a look at Asia Composite Index. All right, so Asia Composite Index, wow, something happened to it, guys. I have not taken any look at this index today. When did it happen? Okay, so it happened like 1 hour ago, right? So I don't know what happened. I am pretty sure that this is some sort of glitch. I don't think that any of the Asian currencies have risen this much lately, so I don't think that is the cause of the spike. This is definitely like, yeah, there is no way that it can go up by 33%. So what comes next? So next question. I have a friend complaining about withdrawal issues. So we might have some, well, I'm not talking about all the variety. I think we have something like 70 plus payment methods available, if you think about them, in all countries where we operate. So sometimes it definitely might take a little longer, but should you have such a problem, please contact customer support, or please contact your account manager, so VIP account manager, and this person might be able to help you with that. Like, I do not guarantee that it will be like a quick fix, but 99.99999 deposits and withdrawals, they transfer safely in and out of the platform. And on a very rare case that a deposit or a withdrawal is lost, we always accrue this amount back to your account. All right. So I also have delayed withdrawal. So yes, sometimes unfortunately it does not depend. It's not everything is in our control, and unfortunately we cannot control all the situation that is there. So yes, sometimes unfortunately it does take a little longer because of those payment methods and payment companies that are in between us and the platform, or so us and the client. Hello, Thomas. Thank you for your education. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching these webinars and so for providing me with this feedback. What is the best strategy for trend trading? Okay, so let me answer this question in a little bit more detail, because this is a very, very interesting one, and I actually have enough to say on this topic. So when it comes to trend, right? So when you trade by the trend, so usually you want to be trading trends, like global trends, or say even medium strength or medium length trends. You want to be executing this on Forex, because your potential profit is so much better than what you potentially can make while trading FTT mode of trading, right? So if you trade FTT, you can get, say, maybe like a certain number of profit, but at the same time, you still have to maintain a certain level of profitable trades, and like it's a different mechanic, right? So FTT mode of trading is really suitable for, say, a market like this one, right? So since the 1st of December, of course, that is I'm looking at the chart a little bit backwards, right? So I know what happened after every moment of time, and like I do the so-called backwards testing. But at the same time, I can tell you right now that so maybe since we are moving sideways, not really going up, not really going down, because we can compare the 1st of December and today, like 2 weeks after, so like 10 trading days after, I can definitely tell that this is a sideways market here on the pound, so the GBP USD. But at the same time, when we look back and especially when we switch to 4-hour time frame to get the global, to get a bigger picture. So what about trading strategies? So the first strategy that comes to my mind is basically a strategy called, so I would say kind Martin, probably strategy number 1. A very simple combination of the parabolic SAR indicator along with the MACD indicator, right? So 1 minute, we need 4 hours. Okay, so we go 4 hours, and wanted to remove something else actually. Okay, so kind Martin and disable strategy, kind Martin, enable strategy. All right, so we are back to this strategy. So how does this strategy work? Fairly simple. We get the confirmation, 2 layers of confirmation with this strategy. So confirmation number 1, the parabolic SAR is above the chart, and the MACD area is under the middle line. So basically these 2 indicators, and you don't really need that much else. Okay, for when it comes to like I would say maybe even more serious Forex trading, you can switch to daily time frame, and on this daily time frame you can pretty much see all these patterns, and the patterns they confirm, they are confirmed, and you can do the so-called, like I said, backwards testing when you look at the chart in a little bit of retrospective, and you slowly but steadily you pull it into the future, and you can see, so for example, how many profitable trades, how many negative trades in a strategy, how many times you would have get stopped out, how many times you would get margin calls, and things like that. So everything everything is there, everything is on the chart, and what you need to do is you need to thoroughly look at the chart and see your potential like profitable trades, your potential losing trades. So even this example with gold, okay, so apart from so this technical level of support, which is another very important tool that you need to master while trading forex, so knowing the so-called levels of support and resistance. So this combination of the levels analysis plus the combination plus the signal from the kind market strategy together, they give us a very good signal for an up trade here. And then you just follow along, and maybe here when the MACD area goes under the middle line here, so it crosses the zero line downwards, so that is maybe the moment when you want to be exiting a trade and maybe waiting for another like re-entry. Can you teach us about fixed time trades? Asks Suman. Yes, sure. And tomorrow we have a webinar dedicated to FTT trades, and also on Thursday. So probably today I will be talking a little bit more about Forex and a little bit more about the overall situation on the market. But when it comes as for FTT trades, yeah, yes, they will be available tomorrow and on Thursday. Plus, we also have many videos recorded on the channel, so you can get them. You can watch them anytime that you prefer. So guys, what is next? What would be the next thing we are going to talk today, right? So I think we've discussed. Okay, so we talked about basic things, basic questions here. So yeah, best strategy for, like I said, there is no, and I would say that you can even like maybe rephrase this phrase, what is the best strategy for trading in general? Well, the answer is that there is no one single best strategy, because every trader is a little bit different, is quite unique, and has his or her own approach to trading when it comes to trading. So okay, so Suman, unfortunately, I cannot just say, like just some quick stuff about fixed time trading, because it just doesn't work like that. You need to you really need to follow the webinar, and even if you don't have time, you will not be able to attend the webinar tomorrow. You can still watch the recording of it. Okay, so it will stay on the channel. Or you can watch the previous one. I think what was the last one? The Horizon strategy. I think Friday strategy, triple rebound. So all these strategies, they work brilliantly on Forex and FTT as well. So probably FTT and Forex as well. Okay, right. Okay, so let's have a look at the economic calendar. Okay, so I started talking about this, and so we had a very big portion of the market microeconomic statistics that got published, that got released today in the morning. So GDP, so England, the UK, manufacturing production, and monthly GDP change. So everything, all these four numbers came better than expected. And I can have a look at the chart. So going back to GBP USD, so the pound, and this release happened at 10 a.m. my time, my local time. So it happened here, and wow, and to our surprise, nothing happened. Okay, so this is quite funny, because nothing happened here, and we, yeah, just it's not even a market reaction. It's just a basically one candlestick that pretty much shows that the market was just not interested in this news. Well, it does happen from time to time that the market just somehow ignores this kind of news completely. Wow, I don't know, it just happens. Okay, nevertheless, we have a pretty intense week, this coming up week. So tomorrow we have a lot of stuff, a lot of releases coming up from the United States. So CPI, which is basically another word for inflation. So this is going to be important and very huge huge. A little bit of news from Europe in the first half of the day. Yes, potentially they will move the markets, but not so much. And also, okay, so Wednesday is a big day in terms of Fed interest rate decision. So the current interest rate in the United States is now is 4%, which is already this level that doesn't allow many people to even take any mortgage, and or basically your overall credits that you might take from a bank, they become totally, well, I mean, like you can still pay them back, but it's not like 2 or 3% that you used to pay. So basically, your final interest rate will be something like close to 6 or 7%, which is huge for the United States and for Europe. So in Europe, the interest rate is not as big, but um, so it's 2% now. It's currently 2%. Now tomorrow, on Thursday, so 2 days from now, this number can go all the way up to 250, which will have once again strong, significant impact on the market. So 2.5% is pretty big. It's pretty huge. All right. So Um, what else? What else? What else? So Bank of England again, their interest rate decision. So everyone expects now that the interest rates will keep going up because despite the current slowdown in the inflation rates, so the CPI on the yearly basis in the United States seems to have slowed down a little bit, and now it's only 7. So last time it was 7.7%. Now the expectation for the tomorrow release is 7.3%, and that can be so that means that the government managed to get some control, get some grip over the inflation. And I think a big influence to that was that uh, we can look at oil prices. So oil prices are significantly down, especially from the rates from basically June prices of $120, so 120 plus dollars per barrel, and now we are trading at 76.5%, which is well, basically say half of it, but like so 2/3 of what we had or what we saw in June. So in June, everyone was like, "Wow, what is going to happen next?" It's huge. So yes, like 120 is huge, and many countries, their economies started to slow down significantly. And then we had lockdowns in China because of COVID and other factors that eventually brought this so market uh, that basically brought oil prices so much down, and we are trading here at 76.5%, $76.5. What happened to Asia index? Well, I did answer this question. It's still there is some glitch, so it will be fixed, and while as soon as it's fixed, it will return back to the norm. Okay, how is gold prediction when the FOMC meeting Thursday tomorrow? So, yes, let's have a look at gold, and I think gold is now a little bit stuck before the 1,000, so 1,800, so $1,800 per troy ounce, and the price is not really going there. The price is not really moving there. We are kind of stuck at this level. And let me go ahead and draw some line. So horizontal line here, and as you can see, yes, this resistance, which stands at 1805, is just not letting. It just won't let the price go up. So what might be a possible scenario for this? So potentially we need a pullback, and then maybe then the price will break above this level. So awaiting FOMC. So if FOMC turns out pretty good and there won't be any other stress factors for the markets, then gold will go down because, well, basically gold usually goes up in price when things are not well with the economy. And the same patterns, so basically gold is the so-called reserve or safe haven when things are not going well. And at the same time, another very interesting situation I think that is unfolding right in front of our eyes is so this Bitcoin drama. And we are currently trading at around 17,000 per one Bitcoin. And we can see that we've been trading at this level for 1 month already. So after this huge drop, which was associated, which was connected and related to the collapse of the second largest cryptocurrency in the world, named FTX, and the following scandal. And basically, I think there was this rumor that close to 500 companies, just talking about companies, right? Talking about just juridical entities, got influenced and lost their money. So the total loss of cash equaled something like $50 billion, maybe even more. So these are just estimates and no one knows exactly. And also the owner of the company, who just probably 1 month ago, right, like just 2 months ago, right? So hold on, yeah, 2 months ago he was like a billionaire and his net worth was close to $26 billion, because that's how much FTT token he owned. And now he's all in debt, right? So all his wealth just disappeared within 2-3 days. Okay. um, so yeah, I think I have a pretty despite everything, I have a pretty bearish outlook at Bitcoin, and we can see that we are trading slightly above this very important level of support, which is basically 14,000. So 14, we are still 2,000 above this price. And but eventually, yes, the picture, it just repeats itself here, right? So we went, that was 2017 when we had a pretty strong increase, then we had a decrease, and we are kind of here, right? So we had this huge rise and we are trading here. So I don't know if you, yeah, BTC very dangerous. Yes, well, basically the main concern about the like BTC and other cryptocurrencies is what are they backed by? So what is behind? What is the basis? What is the like the foundation? What is the value based upon? Right. So when you don't really have any like a company or a product, well, you kind of have this the technology which is called blockchain technology. But still, the so Bitcoin value is, or Bitcoin market capitalization is close to, I think, like $500 billion. So that is pretty huge for just some technology that is not really controlled by anyone, but it's more or less like distributed on hundreds or thousands of different computers all over the world. So, guys, that is very interesting. Now, let's have a look at something else. So the Euro USD chart. Similar scenario, similar to the pound, so GBP USD and the euro. The euro and the pound, they are in correlation with one another. And so once again, a lot will depend on the Thursday releases, and there are so many different releases coming up on Thursday, so that will be very, very interesting. And well, Friday will be relatively quiet, but still we have the European inflation, CPI, and the European inflation is tightly connected to natural gas prices. So natural gas prices, they are on the rise again. So we had this, so today they opened with a gap up. We can see that, so from the lows of like price action in practice again, price action in action, I would say. So 1, 2, 3. So the price couldn't break under the 5.2 level, and we're surging back up to 6.7. So this price is in the United States, Henry Hub natural gas price. But in Europe, things are not going well, of course, because Europe is so much dependent on natural gas, and winter is coming. So winter has begun, and the cold weather has finally arrived in most parts of Europe. Okay, now tell me one forex signal. Okay, so what would be that signal? I don't know. Let me have a look at the yen. So I think yeah, I would probably say the yen. Yeah, just the yen looks very interesting. So we had this descent from the 150 level down to 134. So we've already made a little pullback towards 137, and I think from this 137 price we can keep going up. So this might be the so-called flag formation, and from this flag formation we can bounce even further up. Alrighty. So guys, another question: market will go down due to Fed Reserve has a meeting this week and will increase the interest. So mostly GBP USD, Euro USD will be in sell position. Well, probably, but uh, so yeah, it's difficult to predict. Probably this is the most important and the most difficult part of trading when you try trading the news, and it is just very difficult to actually forecast because you just never know where it will go next. So let's have a look at quick analysis of Brent. So we can apply the triple rebound strategy, and we can see whether we are overbought or oversold. And okay, so I've enabled this strategy. Need to switch back to the to 1 day time frame. So yes, guys, probably this is it. This is the strategy, right? So the moment. So this kind of like reversal, and we are oversold on all three RSIs that belong to this strategy. And based on that, I think we can easily open one trade. So yes. So this is my trade. And CHF, USD CHF. Yeah, let us have a quick look at the Swiss franc. I don't really trade this currency that much because, in my opinion, it's just very, very slow and well, kind of. Yeah, so it really like became moving at least somewhere just this year in April. So before that, we can see that it was just standing still for like 2 years, not so changing between 0.93 and 0.91, which is so stable. Like very few currencies in the world can actually do that. As of now, I think we are just bound for another drop. Like I don't really expect a huge drop with this currency because it's just so stable, and yeah, it's just not really dropping. And like this huge drop is something never seen before on this currency pair. So yes, maybe, but the indicators are not suggesting any drop soon. So I want to do some technical analysis on Ethereum to give you some idea about what might come next. So let me remove, yes, like that. And so Ethereum is quite different from Bitcoin, right? Like it didn't drop that much. Well, kind of dropped. Yeah, it kind of dropped though, but it was on the rise because they changed this proof of stake to proof of state. Okay, that's technical stuff about Ethereum. Maybe that's a little bit some unnecessary. Now, guys, we are pretty much at a, a very similar picture with Bitcoin here. And can it go up? Well, yes, I think it can go up. Like this double top formation, like one double bottom formation here. So we have this one bottom is here, and then we are trading at the kind of like the second dip, and this second one is a little bit above. At the same time, the RSI is not suggesting anything right now, and so I think, yeah, like overall, yeah, it's more like a fundamental investment for the future. So I don't really expect that much of a like that many significant moves. So I would say more like a like buy and hold and buy and forget strategy. Like you buy some asset and then you just forget, and then you check it the price of this asset maybe once every 2-3 months. Okay. So probably the last piece of analysis today will be Nasdaq. And with Nasdaq, well, once again, we have sort of managed to break away from the descending channel that was like here, and it all started in so last December, not even in February. It all started, or late February. It all started in late December last year, so much 1 year ago. So we've been in this bearish channel, and so we dropped from 16.5 thousand down to 11.5 thousand. So that means that almost 30% of the market capitalization has been wiped off, and that is a huge, that is a pretty big deal. Well, nevertheless, we might now be on the verge of another economic crisis. So this the market can go even further down. But as of now, I think if you wanted to make some trades on this asset, yes. So let me go ahead and open a few instruments here. So horizontal line number 1 and horizontal line number 2. Okay, so we can see where we are right now. We are again in the middle of this corridor, and probably we've been here for basically 1 month, right? So we can still open some trades from usually you want to be opening trades when you can identify such a corridor which is very explicit. You can see its tops and its bottoms, and it is suggested to open trades from this one. How to use what is WPA? WMA, right? I think you wanted to say maybe WMA. So weighted moving average and simple moving average, if I'm not mistaken. So right, let me demonstrate this. So SMA and WMA and EMA, they all have pretty much the same principle of work. Like they show you the mean average of the price, and basically they give you the value that is kind of like this. Well, how do I say it in a more clear way? So basically, it shows you some average price over a certain period of time, and whenever the price is above the SMA, and so SMA can easily be adjusted. We can set a different period. So instead of 20, we can put like, okay, so all right, so you need to click here. Okay, it works like this. Yes, 50, 20, 200. So based on your trading strategies, for example, so 50. So whenever the price is above the 50 SMA, that is bullish sentiment, right? So this bullish sentiment, and usually prices go up during during such bullish phases. And on the contrary, when the price is under the 50 SMA, that is the time when the price usually and the chart usually goes down. Okay, so we have downwards move, We have upwards move. So simple moving average is meant to identify these bullish and those bearish areas, and basically when the sentiment on the market changes. So guys, I think this will be it for today. Tomorrow we are going to have a lot of practice and not so much theory. So today is pretty much we just talked, and I only opened one trade on Brent. Yeah, so come join the webinar tomorrow. Will be a lot of fun and a lot of interesting things we'll discuss tomorrow. And in the meantime, I wish you all a wonderful day, wonderful trading session, nice profits, and I will see you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.